let's look at sequences and series now. Sequences and series is one other simple topic in math. A sequence is an array of numbers separated with commas like this, as you can see here. And a series is an array of numbers separated with plus, minus, as you can see here. Now, there are different types of sequences and series or progressions. We also call sequences and series progressions. We have arithmetic progression, we have geometric progression, we have miscellaneous progressions, those that don't look like arithmetic or geometric progressions. Now, arithmetic progressions. An arithmetic progression is a sequence or series in which there's a common difference. Inspect all these, you see there's a common difference. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 is being added here, 20 is being subtracted. So the common difference for this second one will be minus 20. The common difference for the first one, example here, will be plus 2. Then, geometric progression. We also have series and sequences that we call geometric progressions. A sequence or series in which there's a common ratio, mark this word, common ratio, is referred to as a geometric progression. You will notice here that the common ratio is 1 over 3 because 81 is divided by 1 over 3 or multiplied by 1 over 3 to get 27. 27 too is multiplied by 1 over 3 to get 9 and so on. The common ratio here is minus 4. 1 over 16 is multiplied by minus 4 to get minus 1 over 4. Minus 1 over 4 is also multiplied by minus 4 to get what? Plus 1, and so on and so forth. Now, let's look at some examples of arithmetic progression. The first thing we will learn in an arithmetic progression or in APs is the nth term. The formula for finding the nth term of an AP is a plus n minus 1d, where d is the common difference, a is the first term, n is the term number, and tn is the what? Nth term. Let's look at these examples. The first question here says, find the 8th, 9th, and 10th term of each of these arithmetic progressions. All these are arithmetic progressions. Now, the first one is 5, 8, 11, 14. If you inspect this, you will see the common difference is 3. But there's a way to find common difference. The first term is A, 5. So the common difference will be T2 minus T1, which is 8 minus 5, which is 3. Or T3 minus T2, which gives you 3 by subtracting 8 from 11. Now, the nth term generally for an AP, as I said previously, is a plus n minus 1d. Tn is a plus n minus 1d. So that means T8 will be what? 5, which is the first term, plus 8 minus 1 times d. That's 5 plus 7 times 3. You understand? And that gives me 5 plus 21, 26. Make sure to always multiply before you add. So you do 7 times 3, 21, before adding your answer to 5. Now, the next part of question A there says we should find the 9th term and the 10th term. You do it in the same way, you get your answer. Now, look at question B. We have to find the 8th term of the sequence 3, 5, 7, 9. Observe this very well. This is arithmetic because the common difference between them is what? 2. So 2 is being added to each number to get the next one. Using Tn is a plus n minus 1d. The 8th term here will be what? 3 plus 8 minus 1 times 2. That's 3 plus 7 times 2. That means you multiply 7 by 2, get 14. Add 3 to it, and you get 17. You can easily get the 9th and 10th term similarly, the same way. Look at question C. Minus 1, 2, 5, and 8. The first term is A, which is minus 1. So that means your common difference is T2 minus T1. 2 minus 1. The first term here is T1, and the second term is T2. The first term is minus 1. The second term is 2. So that gives me 2. Minus times minus is plus. That gives me 2 plus 1, 3. So my 8th term will be A plus 8 minus 1 times D, which is A minus 1 plus 7 times 3, which gives me minus 1 plus 21. That gives me 20. My 9th term will be A, which is minus 1, plus 9 minus 1 times 3. That gives me minus 1 plus 8 times what? 3. 8 times 3 is what I will do first and get 24. Then minus 1 plus 24 will give me 23. So you can get T10 the same way. Now, look at this question D. In question D, my first term is 4, my second term is -1, my third term is what? -6. So, writing T1 is 4. My common difference will be second term minus first term. That gives me -1, -4, and that gives me -5. So that means my nth term is a plus n minus 1d. This is a mistake. Disregard this. My 8th term will be 4 plus 8 minus 1 times -5. That gives me what? 4 plus 7 times -5. You will multiply 7 by -5 first here and get -35 before you do 4 plus -35. Plus times minus. Bracket means multiplication. So plus times minus or minus times plus is minus. I'll do 4 minus 35 and get -31. You can find T9 and T10 the same way. Now, question E. Let's look at question E. The first term is 2, next term is 3.5. So that means my common difference is 1.5 if you do this. So that means my nth term, as usual, is a plus n minus 1d. That gives me 2 plus 8 minus 1 times d, which is 1.5. And that gives me 7 times 3 over 2, which gives me 21 over 2. 21 over 2 is 10.5. So if I do 2 plus 10.5, I'll get 12.5. So T9 will be 2 plus 8 times 3 over 2 in the same way. You can get T9 and T10. Let's look at question 2. The first term of a linear sequence is 3, and the 8th term is 31. Find the common difference. When they say first term, or when we say linear sequence, a linear sequence means the same thing as an arithmetic progression. So that means my Tn is a plus n minus 1d the same way. The first term is given as 3. The first term is given as 3. So that means T1 is a will be equal to what? 3. So my 8th term for this one, my 8th term is said to be 31. So a plus 7d is 31. But my first term is 3. So that gives me 3 plus 7d is equal to 31. 7d will be 31 minus 3. And 7d will be 28. So my common difference is what? 4. Look at question 3. Question 3 says the 10th term of an arithmetic progression is 68. 10th term is what? T10, 68 here. And in arithmetic progression, a plus n minus 1, Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1d. Let me do this carefully. Tn is a plus n minus 1d. So that means if I'm looking for my first term, common difference is 7. I'm giving the common difference as 7. So a plus 10 minus 1 times 7 gives me 68. That will tell you that a plus 9 times 7 is 68. So 9 times 7 is 63. A plus 63 is 68. And that gives me a as what? 5. Now, question 4 says the first term of a linear sequence is 5. And the common difference is -3. So here in this question, I have the first term, a5. I have the common difference, d minus 3. So I can get T15 by using Tn is a plus n minus 1d. So T15 will be a, which is 5, plus 15 minus 1 times d, which is -3. So that gives me 5 plus 14 times -3. I will first do 14 times -3 first. I will do 14 times -3 first. Get -42 and do 5 plus -42. Plus times minus is minus. That gives me -37. Look at question 5. Find the sum of the first 12 terms of the sequence. This sequence has the first term as what? 2. And it has the second term as what? 5. So that means T2 minus T1 will give you what? 3, common difference. Now, if you want the sum of the first 12 terms, you can easily get the 12th term. This is the first method. You can easily get the 12th term. The 12th term will be a plus 12 minus 1 times 3. That will give me 2 plus 11. 12 minus 1 is 11 times 3. And that will give me 2 plus 33, 35. So my T12 is 35. So that means now if I want the sum of the first 12 terms, that means I know the first on my list as what? A, which is 2. And I know the last term on my list, which is what? 35. Excuse me. Which is what? 35. So if I need this, I can use the formula Sn is n over 2 a plus L. This formula is from Sn is equal to n over 2 times a plus L, where a is my first term and L is my last term. So I can easily use that to get my formula, to get my sum of first 12 terms. That will give me 12 over 2, 2 here 1, 2 here 6, times 2, which is my first term, plus 35, which is my last term. And I will get 6 times 37, 222. Or I can do this. Sum of n terms is also given by this formula. N over 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. You are familiar with all the terms. So 2a, 2 here 1, 2 here 6. N is 12 since I'm looking for the sum of the first 12 terms. So n is 12. I already know a and d. So this will give me 6 times 4, 2 times 2, 4. 12 minus 1, 11 times 3, 33, and I will get to 22. Number 6 says the eighth term of a linear sequence is 18. That gives me T8 is 18. T8 is a plus 7d as usual, 18. And the 12th term is 26. 12th term will give me a plus 12 minus 1d. That gives me a plus 11d, 26. So with this, I will form equation 1. And with this, I will form equation 2. So I will now solve equations 1 and 2 simultaneously. A minus a will give me 0 here. 7d minus 11d here will give me minus 4d. 18 minus 26 will give me minus 8. So I have minus 4d is minus 8. I'll divide both sides by minus 4. And I'll get d is 2. Once I get d is 2, I can use equation 1 now here. A plus 7d is equal to 18 to get my a. So I will get my a as 4. And I can use my a to get the 20th term. The 20th term will be a plus 19d. That gives me 4 plus 19 times 2. And that gives me 4 plus 38, 42. So question 7 says, find the sum of the first 8 terms of a linear sequence whose first term is 6 and whose last term is 46. If you want the first 8 terms, if you are talking about the first 8 terms, that means you are talking about T1, T2, up to T6, T7, and what? T8. If you are talking about the first 8 terms. So that means my 8th term is also the last term, which is what? 46. I already know the first term. I've been told that the first term is T1. The first term is 6. So that means my T1 is what? 6. Let me write here. A is 6. So if I know it's A as 6 and I know last term as 46, I can easily use the formula. Sn is what? N over 2 times A plus L. I will do this. 2 here 1, 2 here 4, and I'll get my sum. So that gives you your answer. Question 8 says, the sum of the 4th and 6th term. 4th and 6th term will be what? T4 plus T6 is 42. The sum of the 3rd and 9th term is 52. 3rd and 9th term. Okay, let's do this first. The 4th term is A plus 3D. The 6th term is A plus 5D as usual. So that means A plus 3D plus A plus 5D will give me 42. So if I put this together, I will get this. 2 will divide 42, I get 21. So that means A plus 4D will give me what? 21. Take that as equation 1. Also, the 3rd term added to the 9th term gives me the sum of the 3rd and the 9th term is 52. So that means A plus 2D, the 3rd term, and A plus 8D, the 9th term, add up to give 52. This will also give me A plus 2A plus 10D is 52. If I divide both sides by 2, I will get A plus 5D is 26. So that means I can now solve equation 1, A plus 4D is 21, and equation 2, A plus 5D is 26 simultaneously. A minus A will give me 0. 4D minus 5D minus D is minus 5. D is 5. Now, I will get A the same way after getting D. Now, to get the 10th term, since I now know my A and D, my 10th term will be A plus 10 minus 1D. That will be giving me A plus 9D, and that will give me 46. Now, in question C, the sum of the first 10 terms. I'm to find the sum of the first 10 terms. That gives me Sn. Let me use this formula. Sn is n over 2a plus n minus 1d. That means the sum of the first 10 terms will be 10 over 2. 2 here 1, 2 here 5. 2a, 2 times 1, 10 minus 1, 9 times 5. My sum will be 235. Be careful here to do multiplication first before adding your answer to 2, so that you don't make a mistake. Now, question 9 says, the sum of the first 10 terms of a linear sequence is minus 60. Sum of the first 10 terms is given by Sn. So that means Sn is n over 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1d will give me 10 over 2, 5 here. 2a plus 10 minus 1, 9d is equal to minus 60. I can divide both sides by 5 here. 5 in 5, 1. 5 here, minus 12. So that will give me 2a plus 9d is minus 12. Take this as equation 1. Take that as equation 1. Take that as equation 1. Then, it says also that the sum of the first 15 terms is minus 65. If the sum of the first 15 terms is minus 65, that means 15 over 2 times 2a plus 15 minus 1d will give me minus 165. So let's write this as 15 into bracket 2a plus 14d, which is 15 minus 1. 2a plus 14d over 2 is what? Minus 165 over 1. So when I cross multiply, I will get 15 times 2a plus 14d is what? 2 times minus 165 will give me minus 330. If I divide both sides by 15, 15 here 1, 15 here minus 22. So that gives me 2a plus 14d is minus 22. I can further divide both sides by 2. I'll get a plus 7d is minus 11. This serves as my equation 2. So I can now solve equations 1 and 2 simultaneously. So I'll solve equations 1 and 2 simultaneously, and I will get d as what? Minus 2. Now, to find my a plus 7d is minus 11. That gives me a plus 7 times minus 2 is what? Minus 11. So a 7 times minus 2 is what? Minus 14. This should be minus. That was a mistake. So a minus 14 is minus 11. A will be, when I move numbers to the other side, will become plus 14. A will become 3. So my a is 3. My d is minus 2. I need the 18th term. But here I mistakenly found the 10th term. The 10th term is 3 plus 10 minus 1 times minus 2. That gives me 3 plus 9 times minus 2, which gives me what? 3 plus minus 18. And that gives me what? That gives me minus 15. You can easily find T18 with the same method. Question 10 says, the sum of the 6th and 8th terms of an arithmetic progression is 142. T6 plus T8 is 142. Just like the previous question, you solve it. Equation 1 is a plus 6d is 71. Then equation 2. Let me see. If the fourth term, okay, my equation 2 is gotten from the fourth term. The fourth term is 49. So T4 is 49. T4 will be a plus 3d is 49. So I can now solve a plus 6d is 71 and a plus 3d is 49 simultaneously. I will get d as what? 22 over 3. So my a will be a plus 3d is 49. That's a plus 3 times d with 3 will cancel 3. That gives me my a as what? 27. So a is 27, d is 22 over 3. Question B says I should find the sum of the first 7 terms of the sequence. That gives me Sn. The formula for finding sum of n terms is Sn is equal to n over 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1d. So the sum of the first 7 terms will be 7 over 2 into bracket 2 times a, which is 27, plus 7 minus 1 times d. So that will give you S7 as 7 over 2 times 54 plus 6 times 22 over 3. 3 here 1, 3 here 2. 2 times 22 will give you 44. So 7 over 2 times 54 plus 44 will give you 343. We'll do a few more examples in the next video.